beautiful, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to this video where we are going to try out the Wild Greens palette by Urban Decay. Just got this palette in my hands, bought it on the Urban Decay website, and we're going to try it out. I'm going to do some swatches, I'm going to do a look on my eyes, do a little bit of a first impression, and I'm going to let you know, is this really wild or is it just a little bit on the tame side? And if you haven't been in before, if this is your first video here, hello, my name is Andy. Such a lover of beauty makeup, I love everything beauty makeup related, so if you want to see some more makeup content on your timeline, definitely don't forget to subscribe because I upload quite a lot of videos. I actually just got back home because I've been out on a little bit of a brunch, which was delightful, and I came back and this one had been delivered to my door. This is the new Wild Greens palette by Urban Decay. You open it like this and it is like a half neutral, half green palette here. I've already swatched it so you can see what it looks like right here. I bought this palette on the Urban Decay website for $44 yesterday. I actually did end up paying for next day delivery because I was just so intrigued and I wanted to try it out and see what this was all about, because I feel like when you're naming a palette Wild Greens, it's like I have questions, like I want to see how wild is it really. I know some people said that they don't like the packaging. I love the packaging. This color is actually really nice. This is extremely slim and nice, but still feels very sturdy. This packaging opens up really cute, and you can put this, you can flip it over on the other side very easily without breaking the palette. So it's actually like really slim and nice, and I have to say, I enjoy this packaging a lot. I think this is really nice, slim, nice, still sturdy. I 1,000,000% approve of this packaging. I was wearing another makeup look today. That makeup look is coming on Monday, but I took it off because I want to try this one, okay? I will link down below where you'll be able to get this one. I know this is launching on at least Ulta and probably Sephora as well, and I will leave some links down below in case you're interested in knowing where to find this one. But let's zoom in so that we can try this one out. Is this a really Wild Greens? This is a little metallic, so I'll try to not blind you. I want to start with this one, and I want to see what kind of a definition we can get in the crease with this one. It's called Kale. So I'm gonna start with that one in the crease and just see how that one looks on its own. It is like a not like super deep, but I would say that it's not really light either. I mean, there's definitely a little bit of definition to this one, and I feel like for a lot of people, this will be like green enough. I really do think so, and I will say I have been more impressed with the mattes from Urban Decay than I have been with can I speak? Than I have been with the shimmers, and I've already swatched this as I'm filming this. Normally I will do the first impression and I'll swatch it afterwards, but I was just too intrigued and I wanted to swatch it. And I think the shimmer swatch a lot better in this one than some of the other palettes from Urban Decay that I've been trying. You know, I've not been like the biggest fan of the ultraviolet or the what's its face cyber. I didn't think that they were like super impressive, and I will say just swatches, I already feel like this is better, and I really like the packaging. I know some people are dogging on the packaging like online, but I don't hate it. That is pretty. Is it super dark? No. Would I prefer something darker? Definitely. But I still like it. I'm just packing it all and blending the edges. There is a lighter green called Super Greens, and I feel like we're gonna try a little bit of that on top to blend just to see what kind of a tone that one has. It is like more of a mint or like a pastel, and I feel like that one would probably be a really pretty lid or in a corner shade as well, just because I really like an all matte look, and I like that they gave us more than one matte green, although I will say personally I would have preferred if there was a matte in here that was like super dark as well, because I don't feel like any of these mattes are like super dark. They're just like light and mid-tone, and I feel like that is usually a problem just with my makeup preferences and Urban Decay, that they never really give you something that's like a really deep matte, and I don't really know why. Maybe it's like not as universally loved with a dark matte in the outer corner as I just think it is, but it's just something that I really love. I'm taking that shade Super Green on a really like fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna fluff that on the edge, and I will go in again with the green afterwards and blend over the edge. I just want to have something to fluff it over the edge. I think that it's a little bit weird that this green is this like grungy green, and then we have this one that's more like a minty cool tone one. I don't feel like they necessarily super mix together. I kind of think that this one should maybe have been more of a yellowy toned light one, or like maybe there should have been like a yellowy green in here. I feel like that would have gone better together. I don't necessarily know if I think that these like go together. If I'm gonna be totally honest, I don't think the tone goes together. But maybe they're not meant to be used together. But I think that if there's two matte greens in the palette, they should go together. But maybe that's just me. I mean, I do like how this looks. I think it looks really, really pretty. I just like something that's a little bit more dramatic. So I'm actually gonna try this one that's called Stash, which is this very dark, pretty, like mossy green out here. And I'm gonna put that on a flat brush, like this. And I'm gonna spray that. And I'm gonna put that out here on the outer part of the lid. And we can like at least get some like darkness out here in the outer part of the lid. Yeah, I really like that. I think that that looks really cute. So I'm gonna put this on half the lid and in the outer part of the lid. And if you use, I have something here. Let me clean this off on my pants like a boss. I'm gonna use this one that's like a little dome brush, and I'm putting some on the dome brush, and this is dry. And I'm just buffing this out here in the outer corner. Listen, you can use a shimmer in your outer corner, but remember that when you start manipulating a like metallic like this, you usually get a little fallout. I'm just, heads up. But I'm just putting a little bit like that, and I will just blend over it. I feel like that looks really good. So remember, you can always use a metallic like that as well. Doesn't that look pretty good? I think that that looks really nice. What am I gonna do on the... Am I gonna do this one that's like a... I don't think I'm gonna do this minty one. I feel like this one, two together will be a really nice like ethereal looks. I think I'm gonna use this one that is called Twist. I had to look. And I did spray this one as well, because I spray, like I pick up with my brush and then I spray the brush with any kind of setting spray or even water, to be honest. It's just something to keep the shadow together while you're applying it on the lid, so you don't get a lot of fallout and you get the shadow to be as opaque as possible. It's just something that I prefer. Well, this turned out to be a really, really cute look. I think I'm gonna use some of the neutrals on the lower lash line, so that we can try as many shadows as possible. I really liked when I swatched this one that's called Fuzz. I think you can even see that it has like a orangey base and like a lime green shift. It had a really, really nice sparkle to it. I kind of want to use that on my lower lash line. I am almost a little bit shocked that I'm liking this. I mean, this is cute. Like, would I like go recommend, like, is this my new favorite green palette? Not really. Okay, I'm using the shade Turmeric, which is this like clayey color here. Like, is this my new like favorite green palette? No. Is it my favorite Urban Decay palette? Maybe. I don't hate it, especially if you're the kind of person that's like, you want to try a little green, but you don't want to like commit. I don't think it's an awful decision, especially if you're the kind of person that wants to go in store and buy makeup. Like, here's the thing. If you want to like, what is the best green palette out there? Would I recommend this one? I don't know. This is the shade Fuzz, the one that I said was like a orange with like a lime green shift. I want to use a little bit like here. Yeah, do you see that there's a little of a green shift? I think that is a really pretty color. Reminds me a little bit of that like Natasha Denona shade that had like a orangey base and a lime green shift. That shadow is really pretty. I'm just saying, like, if you're normally into neutrals, you want to try a little green, you don't like ordering online, like you want to go in store or you want to buy from a brand that you know, I don't think that this is a horrible palette. I like this a lot more than I like the Urban Decay Ultraviolet, and I like it a lot more than I like the Cyber. I honestly think it's fairly cute. I mean, I'm surprising myself. I'm gonna use Kickback, which is that dark brown. And I'm just gonna see if I'm even able to like deepen this up a little bit. Yeah, that turned it a little bit darker. I'm still missing something that's like, you know, dark. But I realized that like every time I say that, when I'm like, oh, I wish there was something dark, there's always like a couple of comments of people like, I don't use dark eyeshadows. So if you're the kind of person that doesn't use dark eyeshadows, you're the kind of person that just wants something maybe a bit easier, maybe a little bit like, not every day, but like on that path, I'm gonna use the one that's in the beginning here. It's chill. It's basically just a shimmery beige. So that is the finished look, and I will say, doesn't this look nice? I do like it. I like it a lot. I think this is a really nice, I think it's a really nice palette and a really nice color scheme. I really, really love the packaging. Even though I will say that these pieces, like you have to push them in to fit, but on the other hand, it makes it a really snug closure without any magnets. I like it. What am I gonna say? Do I love it? I don't know about that. I love the look, but like, I don't know what to say. Like, sometimes I feel like I get so disappointed with Urban Decay, but in this regards, I kind of think that they did something good. I mean, the colors are nice, the formulas are nice, you are able to create a look. You can use this like dark color at the end to get some depth if you want to. Would I have preferred something more dramatic in this? Sure. Do I prefer when the greens are like super poppy? Yeah, but that's like my taste as well. I mean, and calling it wild greens, are the greens wild? Maybe not, but it's maybe more in the, you know, wild and free, the wild nature. I think maybe it's more in that regards, because like you have the snakes and the branches and stuff like that. So I think it's more like nature themed than it is like wild and crazy themed. So all in all, I don't hate it. If you like super colorful green looks, maybe this isn't for you. If you like more neutral looks or more toned down looks, but you would like to try some greens, especially if you're the kind of person that want to buy from well-established brands, or if you're a big fan of Urban Decay and you want to know if this is nice or not, or if you're the kind of person that want to buy things in store, I kind of think it's good. I know, I'm shocked too. I'm shocked too. Anyways, that was this with this video. This was a little bit of a bonus video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe though, because I will have more videos. There's always a lot of videos coming on my channel. I would love to see you in my next one too. Bye!